So how's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video today on my channel. In today's video, guys, me and Dad will be doing our championship predictions for the end of the season, the table. And obviously we're already 6 games in, so this is our late predictions, but this is what the table is looking like currently. It's looking like that. So anyway, we're going to predict our end of the season championship predictions thing. So first of all, Dad, we're going to do relegation. Who do you think will go down this season?
Barnsley.
Okay, is there any specific reason behind that?
I think they've had a good start, but I think probably very similar to Luton, but I'm also going to put Luton there because we're Luton fans, but I say Barnsley because they're new to it like we are, but I don't think haven't got a squad, and I think they may falter, but Barnsley, possibly Wigan.
Yeah, I mean, with Wigan, they've started off the season poorly. I mean, they signed players like Jamal Lowe, who's good from Portsmouth. They signed that Barnsley striker, but they haven't really kicked off the season very well. So I agree putting Wigan there. But I would say, for the third relegation spot, I would say Millwall to go down.
I'd say Hull.
You would say Hull?
Yeah, I think what's mate, he's gone there from Doncaster, and he, I think
Grant, is it
Grant McCann?
Yeah.
I think he may have a bad second part of the season. So
yeah, so
they've got Tom Eaves and all that. I mean, they're not championship players, are they? So nor a manager. So I think maybe lack of experience probably getting.
Yeah, I mean, with Hull, right, they've still got Bowen at right wing. He's good, but I'd say he'll probably go at the end of the season, won't he? But I would say Millwall, but we'll go over your thoughts. So we think Millwall will stay up as much as we don't like them, and we have got Hull next game, so we will see if they are good enough, really. But anyway, so there are 3 sort of relegation teams to go down this season. So now we're going to be doing sort of the mid-table surviving relegation teams. So first of all, Dad, is there any stand-up team for you that you think will just stay up, basically, or
I think
middle?
Obviously Luton scrape through, hopefully.
Yeah, I would agree with him. Obviously, we're not biased fans. We just think that Luton won't go down because, I mean, we've still got January transfer window. We've got 3 wins in a row. I think we will probably, I would say we're going to finish 15th, 17th in the league. Another team I would say, we're going to say Millwall, obviously, because I was going to put them in relegation, but obviously I would say they're probably better than Hull City. So we're going to say that I would say they'll probably just survive relegation and just make it out like they did last season. They did the exact same last season, just made it out of relegation. Any other team that you think?
QPR.
Yeah, Queen's Park Rangers. I mean
Stoke.
Yeah, I mean QPR. I can't see them finishing anywhere near the sort of top 10 mark. They're an alright side, but and then again with Stoke, I mean Nathan Jones, our former manager, has gone there. They haven't had the best of starts. I don't think they've won a game yet, have they, in the Championship?
Not in the Championship, but they won in the Cup, didn't they? On penalties, I think.
But just Stoke, they're a weird side, and I think Nathan, he's going to get sacked soon, so we're going to put Stoke there. I'd say another one's Middlesbrough.
Yeah, Middlesbrough, yeah.
Any thoughts on Middlesbrough as a team?
Just sort of, we've seen him play. I mean, they're intense, but I think the manager's not hasn't got the experience, as he, so it could be again second half hard season for him.
But like we saw in the first game of the season, we drew 3-3 of them, and in my opinion, defensively they're not good enough. They're very good at pressuring teams, but their keeper Randolph, former West Ham keeper, in my opinion, he's not very good, and I think they need to get a better goalkeeper in the January transfer window. So I'd say they're probably mid-table side. Another team I would say would be I would say Birmingham. Yeah, another one.
Blackburn.
Yeah, Birmingham and Blackburn. Birmingham. I mean, who's their manager now? They did have Gary Monk, if I remember, but they're an alright team, but they've only got one standout decent player. They've only got Jukovic at the top, but he's not even scoring goals from anymore. So I'd say he's definitely their only decent player. And obviously I lost Isaac Vassell to Cardiff, one of their attackers. So another team we said though was Blackburn. So what are your thoughts on Blackburn?
Yeah, I think they're always there or thereabouts. I mean, Tony Mowbray is the manager, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think they're not consistent, are they? As they used to be years ago. But I think that they'll just be floating around the mid-table for me.
Yeah, and I would say another team would be Sheffield Wednesday. Obviously lost Steve Bruce, their manager. He went to Newcastle, and they brought in Gary Monk, didn't they? The former Birmingham manager. I'd say the good team. They beat us 1-0, but by the looks of things, like, the fans are great, decent stadium, but I would say they're not pushing for promotion for me. They're not going to go up, so I'd agree with them being a mid-table team. So out of 14th to 21st positions, obviously it's like mid-table surviving relegation. So now we're going to move on to sort of the top 10 or just outside of playoffs. So to start off, who do you think's going to be in that sort of position this season?
Brentford.
Obviously, I lost Morpay, their striker. Very good player, lost him to Brighton. They've still got Ollie Watkins, their winger, who's quite young and decent. And
he's a good manager and he's experienced, isn't he?
Yeah, and then they've still got Pontus. They signed Pontus Jansson from Leeds, who's a very, very good centre half. Don't really know why he left Leeds, but I agree with putting Brentford in that position.
Derby, Rooney's coming, and he at some point, so that may give him a bit of a kickstart. Even though I've had a bit of a mare at the minute, I think Derby are too good to not be up there really underneath the fighting for promotion.
Okay, yeah, I sort of agree with Derby, but I don't know, I could see him getting playoffs personally, but then like last season after Lampard, their manager, and they did get to the playoffs when he got knocked out. But to be honest, like, I would say there's too many good teams there as a whole, and I just think Derby, I sort of agree. I think they'll finish like 7th, 8th this season, to be honest. And obviously we have got them coming up, we'll see how good they are, but okay, we're going to put Derby there. Right, so another team I would say would probably be, I would say Swansea.
I think Swansea would be higher myself.
Swansea, they're doing well now, but will they maintain that and stay there? We'll go for a different team then. So let's say Reading. We'll say Reading. I'd say Reading, definitely. Purely because, I mean, they've had a great start to the season. They've got decent young players, decent forwards, but I couldn't see them getting into the playoffs or getting into the Premier League. They're not ready for that yet. They need more players, and probably I just can't see them getting there. So do you agree with putting them there? As another team that you'd specifically easily put in that position?
Charlton.
Charlton. Obviously, that is quite a weird one. Obviously, I said Swansea to be in that position, but Charlton, obviously, they're top of the league right now, like second, aren't they? And obviously, Lee Boy is a class manager. Still got the likes of Lecco, well, not still got likes, but they've signed Lecco. They've got Lyle Taylor. So, what's your thoughts on Charlton then? Why would you put them there?
Well, I think they've had a good start. I mean, I was hoping Luton would hit the ground running, but they certainly hit the ground running. But again, I think squad-wise, and I don't think they've all got a lot of money, like Luton probably. You know, get to the second half, get some injuries, and they're going to have to get some loan players. Possibly, they won't have an awful lot of money. I would have thought for January window, so I think they possibly could just fade a little bit towards the end.
Yeah, okay, so I sort of agree with that. I couldn't see really Charlton going up. I mean, they started really well, but just like thinking about Charlton being in the Premier League is kind of mad. But anyway, another team I'd put there would be Nottingham Forest. Obviously, they're always short of playoffs, always short. They've had an average start to the season. They've still got Graben and they've got decent players, but for me, Forest being in the Premier League, I just can't see it at the moment. So I sort of agree with them being there. So you think Huddersfield will?
Yeah, I think the changing manager, I think he's a good manager at Calder. I don't know, it'd be interesting to see how he does in the Championship, but I think he'll put a bit of stability there. I think they may have a little bit of a charge because he seems to know what he's got Lincoln out of two promotions, isn't he? So he'll have that winning mentality. So I think he'll have a little go.
And I mean, we've beaten 2-1, haven't we? We beat him last time we played.
Well, they weren't a bad team, were they? So
no, they weren't.
A bit tweaking, so I think he's a good manager. I think he'll do well.
I just think the players as well don't blend together. I mean, they've got so many attackers, really, haven't they? They've got so many strikers. Like, I just think the players need to blend together a bit more. Maybe January transfer window they'll do well. But I would sort of agree. I would say potentially maybe getting playoffs for them. You could think that, but then at the same time you could easily think they'll just be mid-table and they'll be in the Championship in a few seasons, for a few seasons, and then eventually get to the Premier League again.
Yeah, I think Cardiff.
You think Cardiff? Okay. I mean, Cardiff, they've had a weird start to the season, haven't they? They've done alright in some games, but haven't done the best in others. They've signed Isaac Vassell, but he's got injured, hasn't he? So we were after him, and they got him from Birmingham City, and I mean, they've got some decent players. They've got the Lee Tomlin back, haven't they, from Peterborough? He was on loan there. So they've got a few decent players. I personally like Neil Warnock as a manager. I think he's a decent manager, even though he was a manager that went down with them. But again, like, could you see basic Cardiff surviving the Premier League next season? You can't really think like that, can you?
No, probably not.
So I would say, yeah, we'll probably put Cardiff there. But they're all our 7th to 13th positions. Basically, these are just teams that will either miss out on playoffs or finish just under mid-table. But yeah, now we're going to move on to the actual playoff positions. So starting off, I'm going to say Bristol City to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. I think they're better than that myself.
You think Bristol City could be a Premier League team, personally?
I think they could end up. I think they could end up challenging the likes of Leeds and Fulham and Swansea.
I think we should put Bristol not mid-table, playoffs. So now we're going to do our playoffs positions. So I'm going to first of all put Bristol City there. I know you disagree with that. Why would you say you disagree with that?
I think he's a good manager. I think he can do better than that. I think they'll be a bit higher than that, but they'll be there or thereabouts, wouldn't they? So I haven't got a problem with them being there.
But then you got Fulham, who are a massive team, just got relegated to the Premier League. You got West Brom, who I think will go up. But I just think Bristol will be there because I think they will definitely get playoffs because they've had an amazing start to the season. They've got really good players.
I like Prez. He tends to have a little bit of a burst at the end, doesn't he? He's a good manager.
So you think Preston will be in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I sort of agree with that. I mean, Preston are... They always are just outside the playoffs or get into playoffs, don't they? I think last season they just finished outside of the playoffs, and I think they haven't really had that chance yet to get there, but they've got really, really good players. I mean, they've still got Maguire, who's a forward, they've got Brad Potts, Stockley, former Luton striker, so I think they've got a really good team. I think they will get into playoffs but then get knocked out. Right, so we've got only a few teams left to choose from here, so we've got to put 2 more teams in there. I think, personally, I think Leeds playoffs, to be honest.
No, I think Leeds would be winning or runners up myself.
I don't know, but as the joke always goes, Leeds are falling apart again. They always get into the playoffs. Well, they slip out of promotion, get into playoffs, and then get knocked out. That's always how Leeds play. And then, to be honest, I don't know, because it's just such a hard decision. You've got them 4 teams, all class teams. I don't know. So, would you say Leeds aren't in playoffs?
I'd say West Brom and Swansea
to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, and then Fulham.
Okay.
Fulham and Leeds.
So if we're gonna, why don't we do this 50-50? I'll say Leeds, and then you can choose another team to be in that playoff position. I know you want to put Leeds in the top 2, but I just think they'll slip out of it again. I really do, and I just got a bad feeling that they'll obviously still got Bielsa. They got bearing in mind as well they lost Kemar Roofe to Anderlecht and brought in and obviously have Bamford. Bamford's had a great start, really.
You've got Nketiah, is it?
Nketiah from Arsenal. Yeah, well, anyway, I
put Leeds there then.
I think we should put Leeds there. I really do. I think they'll slip out of it just again. And you can choose a team then to put 3rd to 6th. So one more team you've got to put there.
West Brom.
So you think West Brom are going to slip? Okay, I mean, we played them, but when we played them, we actually played better than them, didn't we, really?
Yeah, watching the managers only just got Charlie Austin, they just turned up. I think they still got a lot of gas in the tank. I think they'll have a bit of money. They got the payment for coming down from the Premier League, haven't they?
Yeah.
Still, I think West Brom are.
Okay.
West Brom playoffs.
Yeah, I'd say West Brom will probably go into the playoffs and get knocked out. But anyway, so there are playoff positions. Now we're going to do the top 2. Right, guys. So we're going to do the top 2 now. What do you think about Fulham and Swansea going up, personally?
Yeah, I think Fulham will win the league. I think. I wouldn't say he's the best manager in the world, but I think he's got a tremendous squad. He's got money again, like the Premiership payments as they come down. So, yeah, I mean, what we've seen so far, there's no reason why they could win that league quite comfortably towards the end, I'd say. I
mean, I agree with that. I mean, they've still got Mitrovic up top. Do you realise he's 23 years old? He's still that young.
Goals
he's a nutter. He's very good, and then you got to think as well. They lost the likes of Ryan Sessegnon to I think the Spurs.
Spurs, yeah.
So they've lost a few players, and obviously they lost their manager, and Scott Parker's now taken the role as the gaffer. And I think he's quite. He's like sort of like Graham Jones. He's not very experienced, but he's doing the job there. But yeah, I definitely agree. I think Fulham will finish first. So now we've got Swansea. So obviously we put Swansea there. But we're going to put them in second, so they will go up. What do you think, Dad, about Swansea then?
Yeah, I think he's done cracking, isn't he? Really.
Steve Cooper.
They're a good all-round club, well run, good fan base. I think, I think they've got a bit of pedigree, obviously from the Premier League, so they'll know what it's like to be in this position. So, yeah, Swansea for me to be runners up.
Personally, Swansea are. I think when I remember them going down, really, and I remember them being in the Premier League, and I just think that our Premier League, they deserve to be in the Premier League. With Steve Cooper, the manager, he's been everywhere, really. He used to play for Liverpool as a player, He's managed the England like under 17s team, so he's had a bit of experience that way. Obviously he's coming in, I think they're top of the league, they're doing really well, and I could definitely see them being runners up and Fulham being the title contenders. But anyway, we're going to actually end the video here. Hope you have enjoyed. That are late predictions for the Championship. So Dad, just to end off, where do you think Luton will finish, like actual guaranteed position? Because so we are Luton fans. Like I'm going to say 17th will finish.
I reckon we scrape. It'll probably go down to the last 2 or 3 games like we used to do the old days, and scrape. We need a few points here, there and there. I'm just hoping we can stay in the league, because I think if we can stay up, then we can rebuild slowly, and hopefully be able to play Watford again. That'd be my dream. So
I'd love to play Watford again. But anyway, that's going to be the end of the video. Put in the comments below if you agree with our predictions. I mean, if you're a fan watching this, say you're a Leeds fan and you disagree with it, we're sorry, that's just our thoughts. But put your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.